everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michala, and today I wanted to do something a little different, and I'm starting a series called For the Love of Journaling, where I just essentially find any excuse I can to journal and journal creatively. My style is very scrapbook-esque, and I've fallen behind in some of my memory keeping journals and other things, so I thought this would be a good way to just film when I'm journaling about anything and bring you guys along with me to share the love of journaling. I feel like I sometimes put a lot of pressure on myself to film something I think people want to see and that kind of thing. So I thought, what better way to just embrace my love of journaling, not overthink it, and enjoy the process by just filming whatever I'm doing and bringing you guys along with me to hopefully share my love of journaling and to kind of help us all not be super strict about what we're journaling about and remember to just have fun and to just get into our journals and paste stuff down, whether it's memory keeping or whatever you're doing. So today I'm setting up a new journal, and I will be setting up this B6 journal for my gaming journal. And I will be sharing, as you can see over here, a lot of games I'm loving as well as games on my wish list. But if you're not interested in games, I would still love if you would stick around, because the style of journaling I'm doing can be applied to a lot of things. I will be setting up this journal very similarly to my reading journal and trying to adapt it to games. So I think my process hopefully will show you how you can adapt the popular journaling spreads that a lot of people are doing, but make the journal your own by maybe making it a workout journal, a knitting journal, a gaming journal like I'm doing, or really any other hobby. I think you could follow similar style spreads for any journal you want to make. So let's light this candle and we'll get started. And there we go. With that lit, we can get started. This is actually my first time filming in the morning, so if the lighting is different, that's why. And I have my coffee here with me, and this is actually my morning coffee, so I will be drinking that. I normally film in the afternoon and have my like a decaf tea with me, but so I don't always finish it when I'm filming, but I feel like this time I actually need my coffee to wake up. So, and I might adjust, my blinds are in front of me. I use natural light to film. There is an overhead light in this room, but depending on the contrast, I might have to adjust the lighting. So hopefully you can bear with me. This journal is a B6 waterproof Leuchtturm. So it's like a Leuchtturm, but a kind of different line of them that are called outlines, perhaps. I mean, I don't remember it being called that, but that's what's right here. So I have a feeling that is the name of it. I got it because it has fewer pages. It has they're probably numbered, so let's look. It has a map in the back, and it has 89 pages, so probably 90 pages is what it's listed as with the map in the back. And I got it to go inside the journal cover that I made, where I have my forest planner. That's a B6 journal. And I'll show you, there's like additional contacts in here, a content or index already built in, which is nice. I probably will use that for an index. And then I kind of marked out where I want to put my cover spread. But this is what I was using it for, which is just stream of consciousness journaling, and then I never really picked it up again for that. So I thought this journal wasn't too expensive when I got it. I got it from Amazon on sale, and I thought I'd rather use this journal because of the size of it. I went back and forth for what I wanted to use for this gaming journal. I had a really small A6 journal from Tifosi and an A5 journal from Tifosi that I was thinking of using, but I went with this because I thought the size of it and the limited pages specifically would be good for a gaming journal, since I just don't know how much I will be journaling in here about games. Like, I don't know how often I will come in here, but nonetheless, I wanted to start it because I've been thinking about this for a long time, and I think it could be really fun. And honestly, I just love to journal, to do a scrapbook style, to glue things down. It's very therapeutic, really fun, and what better way to do that hobby, that journaling hobby I love, than pairing it with another hobby, which in this case is gaming, where I'm using pictures of games and writing about games that I love. So it's kind of like a dual hobby for me, and I will talk you through my process of how I'm decorating it and a little bit about the games I like, and I probably won't go too in depth about the games, but please let me know if you want to know more about games or or want to see a spread for different games I'm playing, I think I'll just do my yearly spreads in here. So like a cover page, a favorites by month, and a gaming tracker, that kind of thing. And then please do comment and let me know if you like this, because I would happily film doing a spread for some games I'm loving, like Pokopia I've been loving recently, and I really want to do a spread for that. So I'll probably go ahead and film it, but I won't take the time to edit and post it if you guys don't want to see it. So just please let me know. I think I'll just do my reading journal type of style, but instead of about a book, it'll be about a video game. So I want to do the theme for this journal just very nature inspired, because that's what I already have the stickers and ephemera for, if you've seen my reading journals. And I just really want this to be kind of not really about low effort, because if I get lost in the process, that is perfectly fine, but low like thinking. I just want to follow my gut and just put fun stuff down and not worry about it too much. Here is my collage compendium I showed in my last video that I have really been loving, and part of me creating this gaming journal is because I want to use this compendium more. I just really love it, and I was trying to think of reasons to come in here and journal about something, and then I was like, well, why don't I start my gaming journal I've been thinking about? I have been thinking about it for a long time, and I've done game spreads in different journals like my traveler's notebook before, but I thought this would be a nice place to keep it all. I also like to do little notes in my Filofax pocket planner. I showed in my last video of that planner that I write down notes of what I was last doing in a game so I don't forget, because I am a mom and I have a job and a lot of hobbies and things, you know, so sometimes I forget what I'm doing in my games, and I just wanted to have a place to write down reminders of what I was working on in my games. So I use my Filofax pocket size for those just like quick notes, but I might transfer some of those into this journal. We'll see. This is going to function more like an archive and a memory keeper for video games and like reviews of video games, I would say. Kind of like my reading journal. I make notes about what I'm reading in a lot of my journals, but then my reading journal is like the ultimate place to keep track of it and to really make a whole spread for the book and that kind of thing. I love these envelope looking things. I'm trying to see if they would fit on here. I think it would barely fit the envelope. Let's just measure it real quick. One of the envelopes is 4.75. Yeah, it would fit with just like a tiny little bit of room. It doesn't have anything to do with gaming, but again, this could be a good idea for a reading journal. So let's just go with it. Be right back. Okay, I cut these patterned papers out and this envelope, I just cut it like that. I did not cut the whole page out. I thought that was easier, and I just cut these patterns out. I don't know if I will use them yet. I just wanted to give myself something to work with, and something I like about that book is if you cut something out, you can just keep it like in a paper drawer. I have a lot of drawers of just scrap papers, and it's not wasted. You could come back to it and use it whenever. That would be cute. Actually, I like that a lot. It's a little less busy. And yeah, I'm just doing, like I said, following my heart, kind of just doing something I think will be fun, and hopefully this way, the series of videos, I'm just hoping will give you guys ideas no matter what you want to journal about. Hopefully this will be applicable. And the glue I'm using is this mono glue stick by Tombow. I like that it's fairly large and fairly inexpensive, but good quality. And we will not go too far into the fold because we don't want the journal to get bulky as it closes. We want it to have room, so I think that looks good. I feel like for a long time when I was thinking of starting a gaming journal, I felt like I needed to change my aesthetic to fit the games that I play more, if that makes sense at all. And I think if I do a spread for individual games, I could try to match the look of the game, but I thought I should just make a journal where I like it. Like, obviously, it sounds silly, but I just didn't really think of it like that. I thought it should maybe, I guess because my style kind of does match the books I like, just because I tend to like fantasy books and I do very nature-esque type of themes. kind of goes with fantasy books. I was feeling pressure to make a style of journaling that goes with the games I like, but I play such diverse games that doesn't really even make sense. So thankfully, I realized that I can just do whatever I want. And there we go. I think that cover page looks great. The letters were a little big, so I couldn't really fit them how I wanted. And these letters are also from the same collage compendium. If you're wondering, they're just all on a page and you have to cut them out. But yeah, I think this looks really cute for a cover. And I'll probably glue those pages together right there. Now we can do, I think I'm going to leave one page blank in case I want to add something that I haven't thought of later. And this spread I want to be my favorite games by month. So I kind of mapped out where the months would fit just so I would know where to put things. And I think with this page, I might just do some ripped paper at the top and bottom border and leave the rest pretty minimal. I have this set of floral papers from Tifosi. There we go. And then I think I will just use this MT washi tape that is like a greenish, goldish yellow kind of plaid, like that, if you can see, in between, because this will go over the middle of the journal without adding too much bulk, whereas paper in the middle will add a lot of bulk. So, and I like the variation in like the colors and textures and patterns. I would recommend erasing your words first. I did not do that, and I'm just gonna not worry about it. I'm going to do my title with probably those same, I think I'll do my title with a stamp maybe. And I had favorite games by month, but I think I might just do monthly favorites. It's just a little shorter and this journal is a little smaller. And then I have some yellow flower stickers. All of these stickers that I've used so far, the floral ones, are from sets from Amazon. And I think I'll put some of these yellow ones around the edges. coffee break. And there we go. There's my monthly favorites. And because I am setting this up so late in the year, I already have a few monthly favorites we can add. So here are the options I have. For January, I played Winter's Burrow, which is a cozy indie game where you play as a mouse who is trying to survive winter. It's like a cozy survival game. And then I have Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment, which is kind of a rogue-like game. I'm not the best with game genres. I just play what I like to play, and I don't really have loads of gaming friends who I talk to about my games. So I'm not big on I don't know all of the genres of every game, but this one is kind of like a hack and slash game. The creators of this game make some other popular game that I can't think of right now, to be honest, but it is based in the Zelda world, and I really like Zelda games. I have a tattoo that is more for motherhood, but it has the Master Sword from Zelda. And so these games are not my favorite Zelda games, but I do really like them because there are a lot of cutscenes and a lot of Easter eggs and more information about the storyline behind Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So those I played both in January. I'm not sure which I should put for my favorite yet. And then for February, we have Star Sand Island, which was released in early access, and I really enjoyed playing that in February. It is a farming sim with Studio Ghibli style art, so it's really beautiful, and it's really fun and cute and cozy. It is pretty similar to a lot of other farming sims, there's mines with light combat. There are obviously your farm, and you can raise animals, you can ranch and farm, you can fish, that kind of thing. But the world's really beautiful, and I haven't played loads, so I think there's more to discover, and I really like the decoration options in that game. You can make your farm really beautiful because there's so many different ways to decorate, and I love decorating in games. So that's my favorite for February. And then for March, I stopped playing everything and started playing Pokopia when this came out. So this is definitely my favorite for March. And I like to use the little Nintendo looking cartridge for my picture when I can, because the rest of the games, when they're printed like this, means I played it on my Steam Deck. So that's kind of just helps me at a glance see if I'm playing my Steam Deck a lot or my Switch, that kind of thing. So I think I will go with these games for now. And honestly, I have not even made it halfway through Hyrule Warriors, so I will probably get back into this after I'm done being so obsessed with Pokopia. So I think I will pick Winter's Burrow as my standout for my January favorite, and Star Sand Island for February, and Pokopia for March. And then Pokopia might also be my favorite for April at this point. We will see. Have any of you been playing any fun games this year? I really like gaming and always have. I grew up with three brothers, and gaming is really similar to reading to me, especially the types of games I generally like. I do like some kind of almost high fantasy feeling type games, and then some more cozy games, but that kind of relates to the books that I like to read. So I like to read high fantasy every now and then with a lot of YA or just easier fantasy, just because of my time constraints on my reading, smaller fantasy books. And then I like some cozy fantasy and some romance. And I feel like gaming is kind of similar in the sense that it is a story that you get to play. You get to be a part of the story, and you get to be the main character. And a lot of games, have a lot of dialogue, a lot of story-based elements. And yeah, if you are not a big gamer, I would definitely encourage you to check out gaming, and in whatever way is easiest. If you already have a computer, gaming on your PC might be easiest. You could download Steam, it's free, and you could look around at cozy indie games. A lot of times they are more affordable, and there are a lot of great ones out there. I really recommend Roots of Pacha for any of you that are looking for a cozy farming game. It is community based, and it is set in a fictitious Stone Age, where you start off and your only tool to farm is a stone, and then your whole little village works together to create new inventions and level up your farming tools and your animals and like all of that kind of stuff. It's very fun and cute and cozy, and I would personally recommend. Let's erase some of my marks that I made that I don't really need. And then I just wrote out the months in pencil, and I'm not super concerned with like, you know, I covered some of the months, but like I obviously know based on the rest of the ones you can see that this is January, this is February, this is March, etc. I might erase my little pencil mark and do like a nicer handwriting under them later, or a stamp or a sticker. But for now, I just want to, again, this is my series for the love of journaling, and I don't feel like doing that right now. So this is enough of the setup for me, and I can always come back to it and make it better. Always feel free to comment and let me know if you would want to see that. But that's what I have for now, and let's go to this very messily sketched out concept I have for my wish list kind of spread. I'm going to make shelves where just simple shelves where I put the covers of games that I get. So my idea is that I will have an envelope where I keep these little pictures of games that I want that are on my Steam wish list, or just games that I know are coming out, or old games that I just haven't bought yet, because I do try to refrain from buying every single game I want, because I only like to buy games if I have time to play them. I don't always do the best at that, but that's what I aim to do. So I have a lot of games, old and new, that I want, and here's a little stack of them. I want to put them in an envelope and then keep them in there, and then have these empty shelves, and every time I get a game off my wish list, I can take it out of the envelope and put it on my shelf. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. I do think I need to erase all of this to get a better place to start. It's too messy. And then this little sketch, which you probably can't even see what it is, I decided I'm going to do that on this page, and I'm going to make a Dutch door just in case I get more games than this. I don't know, that looks like a lot of games. But I think my idea was that I might keep this journal for longer than 2026. I don't know, I could see this journal lasting me several years, so I wanted to go ahead and make a Dutch door where I could keep extra shelves for more games. So let's go ahead and cut my Dutch door and erase my sketching lines so they don't show through. I have my corner rounder I like to use. A lot of the games on my wish list are from Steam, and then a few are Nintendo Switch games or Switch 2. So I'll just go quickly through them. I have Monster Hunters 3. I haven't played this series, but my brother likes it, and I feel like it has some similarities to Zelda, so I might like it. Tomodachi Life. This is kind of like a remake, I believe, and I never played the first one. This comes out soon, so that's a new release. Campervan Make It Home is a game that's already out on Steam that looks kind of like Tiny Bookshop. It looks pretty cozy and simple, where you just decorate your camper van. Discounty is a pixel art game where you manage a convenience store, but there's like a mystery twist to the storyline, and it hasn't been spoiled for me, so this is a game I still want to play. My Time at Evershine is part of a series that's very beloved that I've never really gotten into that much, just because I didn't know about them growing up. I was more of a Harvest Moon kind of girl. But these games have a lot of loyal fans, and this is the latest one coming out, I think soon, My Time at Evershine, so that's coming out soon game. Four-Leaf Fields, I'll be honest, this was on my Steam wish list. I don't really remember what it's about. I think you are a tiny person and it's a farming sim and there are like bugs that are as big as you. So you like ranch but with bugs instead of animals. Grave Seasons is a farming sim with like a murder mystery element. Has a lot of anticipation around it, but it's not out yet. I have Fable, which is a remake of the first Fable game, which is like a more of a medieval quest RPG kind of game. I have Animula Nook, which looks really cute and cozy, where you're, again, small, but you live like on a desk. And I don't know, it kind of reminds me of Animal Crossing. I don't know that much about it, but the graphics look really beautiful. I have Bloomtown, A Different Story. This is a pixel art game that has creature collection, and it looks kind of spooky-ish. I really enjoyed Moonstone Island, which is a pixel art creature collection game. That's one of my favorite games of all time. So Bloomtown looks a little bit similar to that, so I'd like to play it in fall, and that game's already out. Same with this game, Eastward. This is a pixel art game, I believe. I have not played it, but it's really cute. I don't know much about it. It's not very expensive and goes on sale a lot, so I'd like to get that game sometime. I have heard songs from the soundtrack, and it's really good. This is Disney Dreamlight Valley, the Wish Blossom Ranch DLC. I don't have that yet. DDV is an interesting game for me. I either like love it or don't play it at all. I feel like come Christmas time, I like to play it and I get really into it, and then I get into other games, but I like to revisit it and sometimes get a DLC every now and then. So I have that. These are two Switch 2 exclusive games, Donkey Kong Bonanza and Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. Really want the Yoshi game. That comes out in May. And Donkey Kong Bonanza is already out. I just haven't bought it because those games are very expensive. I have Hawthorne, which I don't know much about, but I saw a trailer for it, and it is a Kickstarter funded game, I believe, and you play as an owl and possibly as other creatures. It looks really beautiful, though. It reminded me kind of Hogwarts Legacy, but if you just played as an owl, and that sounds great to me. Widow is a game I played the demo of that should come out this summer. I think it's tentative, and it's a cozy puzzle type game with a cute storyline. I would recommend the demo to that if you want to play it. Witchbrook is a game that has a lot of hype around it as well, where it's a pixel art game made by Chucklefish, which is a developer that helped with Stardew Valley, I think. Anyway, that game looks really good too. So those are the games I have in my envelope. And now I think I will just draw some simple shelves and not overcomplicate this too much. And I think I'll just put wish list. By the time I put them on the shelves, I'll have owned them. So I think I'll put wish list up here and maybe in my library up here or something, like my library of games, so I can add them to my library once I get them. Let's use a micron and just outline my shelves and color them in with like a brown pen. And let's keep this simple and not even do the ones on the flap for now. I hope you guys don't mind. I just think it'll be easier for me to do this in pieces. And definitely comment and let me know if you want to see like an update. Okay, so none of my Tombow pens, these are swatches of my Tombow pens, look very brown. So I've got two brown pencils and I'm going to swatch them on this. I like this one more. And then with this darker brown, I'm just going to go in and add like, attempt to make like a wood grain kind of texture. Just kind of doing various like lines that are random like they would be in wood grain. And there we go. I think that's honestly good enough for me. I could spend a lot of time being detailed on it, but I think for journaling regularly to be approachable for me, I need to not make it too much like my other artistic endeavors. Otherwise, I just kind of get bogged down with like perfectionism, if that makes sense. So I think this looks great for me. And then I just want to add some decoration around the bottom. I have this washi tape that I'm not sure. That kind of goes. Let's put some down and see. It's kind of cute. Not sure yet. I thought I could add wax seal sticker to this and then hopefully it just won't stick. It's not super sticky. I'm going to try to put it where I press it onto here harder, but then like just gently stick it and unstick it so it doesn't hold it down forever because I obviously want to open it to get to these. So gently put that there. It should be fine. Maybe I can also slip this like clear backing that it just came off of under it. That's a good idea. Okay, we'll do that for now, and I'll, remove the clear stuff eventually. I think I will leave this washi tape at the bottom for now. And then I have all of these other letters from that same compendium that I thought I will try to cut out and spell in my library. I was thinking of doing new to my library, but that's really long. So I'm just going to do in my library up here. Okay, I decided I don't want this at the bottom actually. I will probably use it elsewhere, but I think to just do some brown paper that's straight on the bottom and ripped on the top, and just cut the excess off. Green Tombow I really like in the color 076 to just do a border on the last grid. And I don't mind if my lines are wobbly. Same on my bookshelves. I did them wobbly to look more like the live edge style of shelf, if that makes sense. There we go. And now we can put my title down. I'm hoping if I do them like slightly wobbly, it'll look okay. I'm not doing them as like crazy obvious like crooked as I did on my cover page, but hopefully it will still look okay. I feel like if you do it intentionally very messy, then it looks on purpose. But I'm trying to do somewhere kind of in between. Okay, I glued those down and they did not really fit. I might try to cut this A so it doesn't cover up this R so much. But yeah, I think it looks perfectly fine. I still like it a lot. And I love how this page looks. This will have more room for bookshelves. So I think I will put Wishlist up here and then be done with this spread for now. Let's go ahead and make the bottom of this page match actually. I do think I want it to look cohesive, so let's glue this down. And because of the length of it, we will put it like this. I do know it is one word, but I think this will be cute and take up the amount of space I want it to. Let's glue them down. And there we go. I think this looks really great. I think I need to do my green line on this side of the page just so it's cohesive. And there we go. I will do my other shelves later. I think this spread looks really good. It's a little, spaced interesting up there, but if you guys are watching this before you make your journal, hopefully if you do something similar, you can learn from my mistake. And I think this page looks super cute and it's simple. And then the next spread I wanted to do was new releases. So just like a list for new releases that will be coming out. And then I wrote games played as another idea, but I might just do a simple box with a list of new releases and dates, and over here a simple box with a list of games I've played. And then I think I will do spreads later on. Not right now, but later I'll do spreads for some of my favorite games. Like I definitely have been wanting to do a spread for Pokopia. I have some Pokemon stickers and things that I think would be fun to use, but that would not really be this style. It would probably be a spread that fits the style of the video game a little bit more. But of course I will do my own touch of making it very collage-y like I normally do. So let me know if you want to see that, and then let's just do this last spread. I have this botanical paper also from that compendium. I'm using it a lot, I know, but it's because I really do like it. Maybe I'll put more of this plaid paper at the bottom. By the time I've done a couple spreads, I like to then use similar ephemera to what I used on my beginning spread so that the theme starts to kind of unfold and come together. So I have the other half of this like lace doily thing from the cover spread I could use, and I think I'll just like do boxes. I think that could be cute. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to take my green pen and I'm going to attempt to draw the headers. Do games played over here. Maybe I'll pencil it out first. And just so you guys know, new releases is more like anticipated releases. I just think the word anticipated is really long. And I don't know, something about it is just not really my favorite. I kind of just like how new releases fits a little better, so. But it's kind of meant to be like anticipated releases. So I erased them, but I can still see the shadow of where they were. Now I'll try to write them. I'm running out of room, so I'm gonna put it a little lower. I think that looks really cute. And now I'm going to take my Micron pen and just draw simple box borders and do a double lined border right here and over here to put my list of new releases and games played. So this will just be like a long log, simple list of games I've played. I might leave room to write the hours I've played as well. Okay, there we have the borders, and I don't think I will write any games in there right now just because I'm short on time, but essentially I'll just log the games I've played. So I'm going to go look at my backlog for, I think, at least all of 2026 that I can find on my consoles and try to, you know, put the games I've played in here just in a list format, and then new releases and their dates over here, or anticipated releases really. And then I have my wish list with all of my games I want in there and some shelves to put them on in my library. And then I have my monthly favorites, which I really like. And then I have my cover spread. I will do a quick flip through of them, just clean up a little bit. Here is my cover spread. Then we have my monthly favorites. Then we have in my library shelves and my wish list. And then we have my games played and new releases. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how you liked this video and if you would want to see anything else like this. I would be interested in making more. Sometimes I just do spreads for fashion I'm liking or monthly favorites. So comment and let me know if you liked this, if you want to see more of my gaming journal, or if you're more interested in just seeing monthly favorites and spreads like that. I would love to hear your feedback, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!